To date, we're going to talk about a topic that many might overlook: funeral trusts. A funeral trust is a legal arrangement you set up in advance to cover your funeral expenses. It ensures that the money you set aside will be used specifically for your funeral costs, alleviating financial and emotional stress for your family during a difficult time. A funeral trust is a financial arrangement in which funds are set aside to pay for your future funeral and burial expenses. This trust can be revocable, meaning you can change or cancel it, or irrevocable, meaning once it's set up, it can't be altered or revoked. So why consider a funeral trust? Here are a few key benefits. Number 1. Financial protection. Funeral trusts can help protect your assets from being used for other purposes. This is especially important for individuals seeking to qualify for Medicaid, as funds in an irrevocable funeral trust are typically exempt from asset limits. Number 2. Peace of mind. Knowing that your funeral expenses are covered provides peace of mind for both you and your loved ones. It's one less thing for your family to worry about during a time of grief. Number 3. Cost control. By setting up a funeral trust, you can lock in current prices for funeral services, protecting you from inflation and rising costs over time. Now, let's talk about how to set up a funeral trust. There are a few key steps to follow. First, consult with a professional. Work with a qualified attorney or financial advisor to understand your options and ensure the trust is set up correctly. Next, choose a funeral provider. Select a funeral home or provider and decide on the services you want. This could include everything from burial or cremation to specific types of services and merchandise. Then, fund the trust. Transfer the funds into the trust. The amount you deposit will depend on the estimated cost of your chosen funeral services. Before setting up a funeral trust, here are a few important considerations. Firstly, decide whether a revocable or irrevocable trust is best for your situation. Each has its advantages and limitations. Secondly, understand that funeral trust laws vary by state, so it's crucial to be aware of the regulations in your area. Finally, choose a reliable trustee who will manage the funds and ensure they are used appropriately when the time comes. While it's a difficult topic to think about, setting up a funeral trust is a thoughtful and practical step that can provide significant benefits. It's about planning ahead and making sure your final wishes are honored without placing a financial burden on your loved ones. Thank you for watching. If you have more questions or need guidance on setting up a funeral trust, consult with a qualified attorney to explore your options.